Okay, so I'm going to help you revise a little bit on binomial. Let's see how it goes. I've taken the revision exercise 6 from your textbook, and I take the chance to go through and revise with you what I think you need to know for binomial. Now, binomial comes with a formula. So I can write down the formula without looking at the formula sheet, because to me, binomial is a number pattern. Let's show you what I mean. Oops, wrong. I don't really do a bit short of time also. Okay, so let's think about number pattern. So this is my number pattern. This is called our term 1. When we do our number pattern in Sec 1, we always trace back to give me term 0. So just like number pattern, binomial also starts from term 0. You always remember, binomial, it starts from 0. Okay? So let me get rid of this not so relevant stuff and let me quickly start. The first thing I want to do for binomial is obviously to teach you how to expand. I don't do the basic formula. I straight away do the A plus B. Because this is general. If I can handle this, I can handle whatever comes at me, compared to the one that starts with a 1. Okay, I know in the textbook they start with this one. If I can handle A and B, why can't I handle the 1? So I do not teach this formula. I do not even teach the negative formula, because I factor in my negative sign with the second term. I see this as A plus negative B. So the 4 different expansions that you learn in this chapter, to me, there is only one. This one, okay, the general one. Okay, so let me get rid of this. I show you how I remember this. There's a very specific way that I write this. I think those who were with me the other day would have heard me. So every binomial expansion comes in 3 sections. You imagine a caterpillar. Okay, there are 3 parts to it: the head, the body, my caterpillar a bit short, and then the tail. And then it just replicates itself endlessly and endlessly, okay, until it ends. So this thing is my 1 term. Okay, so my head of my caterpillar is what we know as NCR, the body, and the third segment, which is, I see a tail lah, let's call it a tail. Okay? So you try to imagine replicating this tiny little caterpillar again and again and again and again throughout your entire binomial expansion. Let's replicate my little caterpillar. I shift my caterpillar aside. Okay, come. So remembering that binomial starts from 0. My head is NC0. My first term starts from the biggest power, and why? This one also should explain. When I do this one Sec 2, right? The first term that appears is x squared, right? Isn't it the biggest power? Correct? So quadratic expansion is another type of binomial. It's just that it's very simple. That's it. Okay? Get rid of... No, I later can I get rid of this. I shift this to the side also. Later then I chunk everything away. So after I'm done with my body, the second term, let's look at the third term. The third term is actually there, but it is a 0. Okay, that enforces binomial starts with a 0. How come we don't write this in the textbook? Or how come they don't write this in the textbook? You can try and press this. Anything C0 is 1. Anything that C0 is a 1. Anything to the power of 0 is also a 1. That is why when we do our binomial expansion, these two terms do not appear because they are 1. That's why we don't write it. That's why we will conveniently cancel it. It's not 0, I cancel because it's 1. Okay, let's continue. So term 1 settled, term 0 settled. Next one, let me go for my term 1. Oops, wrong pen. Next one. So I will increase everything by 1. N cannot increase, maximum already. So it drops 1 while the next term increases by 1. This is my first counter check. The power must always tally to N because it's N. So they must tally. Second caterpillar, my third caterpillar, I increase by 1 again. Drop 2. Everything tallies. Look at my NCR, look at my powers. Everything must tally. Okay? Everything must tally, Then, I don't want to do more. I'm going to just stop here. General term is not in your test as far as I understand. So, let me just stay here. Erase some stuff, My caterpillar is cute. I'm going to leave my caterpillar here. Next time when I teach binomial, I'll draw a caterpillar there. Okay, this one also the one. So let's try. We're going to start expansion. I do not see it as a separate formula, so we're going to start expansion as that formula. First, 4 terms. So I will be doing 4 times. I have 2 expansions, so I'm going to write them down. Don't write them directly below. Got no space. My power is a 6. I space them out as I write. The first time I did my binomial, I wrote vertically downwards. I show you what that means, but please don't copy. So I know there's an NCR, and it will start from 6. It will start from 0. And then the next one will be 6-1, 6-2. My first term, start from power, biggest power. It will look like this. My last term, put it in a bracket, will start from 0, increases and increases. I counter check. All powers must add up to maximum 6. Binomial expansions are just caterpillars added together. So the first time I did this, I did it vertically downwards. It was very easy to me, but it took up quite a bit of space. So I will leave that to you. If you want to write it vertically, please do not forget the plus sign. Okay? If you're comfortable with writing it horizontally, this is my iPad, so I'm going to just shift. Then it is just shifted sideways. This is binomial expansion. Ouch. They say 4, right? Mrs. Yu is short 1. Let me go down. So 1 more. Okay. Looking at the one before, I'm going to increase the 2 by 3. I'm going to drop the 4 by 1. I use the power, and I know this one must be cute. So to me, it's number patterns all the way. Now, when I'm done with this, I will start to evaluate. It's usually my habit to write the ones lah, That one is my habit. Let me just show you what I mean. So all those that's 1, this is a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, my habit, Now let me take my calculator and start poking out the answers. 1 to the power anything is still 1. I'm writing directly below so that you can see every term that as I expand this. This one will be a 6, 3x. 6C2, please press. This is a 15, I don't write the 1, you can see I don't write the 1. This is a 9x squared. Let me do my 63. This is a 20. This is my 27x cubed. This is my working step. So everything is very spread out, but it's very clear to me. Let me continue. Now I string them because I'm at my answer. I have a 1, 18, 15 times 9, 20 times 27. There, expansion complete. Okay? I'm going to do the negative one with you. As per normal, I will use this formula. I shift things a little. You can try this while you wait for me. You all know I always make you do while you wait for me. My caterpillar very cute. I'm going to put it there. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to continue using black. Leave it to you vertically or horizontally. I'm showing you how we do this, how I do it horizontally. I copy first. Very important for me to copy. Power is a 5. So 4 terms. Same thing, when I do it horizontally, right, I will also start with my caterpillar head. Caterpillar head is my NCR. Go through and I spam it through. Give myself space. Power is a 5, so 5, 0, 1 term, 5, 1, 2, 5, 2. The problem with doing it horizontally is I'm not very sure how much space I need. But never mind. Eventually you'll get there. Roughly, Second term is a 1. So if I'm doing if I already know it, my 1 don't need to write. But it's a start. So let's write. So second term starts with a 5, 4, 3, 2. Third term starts from a 0. As you see the pattern, there are some things that you don't need to write already. That is my binomial expansion. Can see I write them term by term as a number pattern. I'm just decreasing by 1. The next thing I do is, you can say use your calculator, or you can be like me. I want to get rid of all my 1s first. That one goes. Okay, so my first term is 1. 5C1. I am still at my working stage, so I'm okay with spacing things out. I'm writing them below because, as you remember, Mrs. Yu is very, very careless. I'm pressing as I talk to you. 4 to the power of 3, 64. Watch out for your minus sign. When it should be there, it should be there. Don't rush. Now I'm ready. I counter check. When there is a minus sign, every alternate term will be minus. I need to know and I must counter check. Because if the power is odd, there must be a minus sign. Okay? Odd powers have a minus sign. Don't need to memorize. Your logic will tell you. Okay? You see? Now, next, we merge them. As I merge them, I will compress them together already, because it's my final answer. Oops, minus. Okay, so that's the basic of binomial. Of course, this thing doesn't end here. I know there's a huge part below, but I want to keep my caterpillar. Let me just shift things a little as much as I can first, okay? I should have given it more space, but never mind. Looks like my caterpillar need to go. Never mind, you all know what my caterpillar mean already. Okay, come. Let's finish up my last part. So usually there's a third part to the expansion. I can see that it's my two binomial multiplied together. They are looking for my x squared. What kind of questions are these? These are what I call pairing questions. I call this my pairing question. Oops. Why is it called a pairing question? Because there are several pairs that will give me x squared, and they are trying to test me if I know which one partner which one. So with the iPad, I can do this very well because I got colors. If you're on your paper, then maybe you want to use some colors as well. Let me put them correctly. It's this one. It's in this direction. Okay, I'm multiplying my two binomials together. I am looking for coefficients of x squared. Straight away, I'm jumping there. I need two lines. The first line is to find my pair. I am removing all unwanted colors. Now, you have to ask yourself, which one times which one will give you a pair to give you x squared? Let me start. For example, if I use 1 for my first expansion, I will need to multiply it with x square term from the second expansion. This pair will give me x squared. So I will have 1 times positive 160. First pair. Change. Let me continue. If I use positive 18 from my first expansion, very ugly. Sorry, Mrs. Yu, perfectionist, must draw nice. If I use a x squared, then the partner must also be a x squared. Then I can get x squared term. So the second thing I'm going to write is plus 18 times negative 20. This pair will also give me an x squared. Continue. If I pick my x squared, notice I am boxing up the sign also. I need to know whether the sign in front is a plus or a minus. If I'm choosing x squared term, I will be partnering it with the 1 from my constant term from the second expansion. So this one, I will be 135 times 1. X cubed no more. Now, I use my calculator. Don't forget the minus sign. Coefficient of x squared is negative 65. Okay, pairing question, the very basic one. Stop here first, okay?